The ending of Stranger Things wasn't just about closing the story of Hawkins. It was about answering a question the show has been quietly asking since the very first episode. Can you ever truly escape trauma? On the surface, the finale looks like a victory. The Upside Down is contained, Vecna is defeated, and the characters survive. But when you look closer, the final moments tell a much more complicated and emotional story. In the last episode, Hawkins isn't magically restored to what it once was. The cracks between worlds don't fully disappear, and the town itself feels permanently changed. This is important because Stranger Things has never been about resetting the world back to normal. From season 1 onward, every victory came with consequences, and the finale continues that idea. The Upside Down doesn't vanish because it was never just a monster dimension. It was a reflection of pain, fear, and unresolved trauma. Vecna's defeat is often misunderstood as the end of evil in the story, but the show subtly suggests that he was never the true source of the Upside Down's power. Vecna didn't create the darkness, he shaped it. He gave it intention, direction, and cruelty, but the environment itself existed long before him. By removing Vecna, the characters stop the immediate threat, but they don't erase the damage that was already done. That's why the ending feels quieter instead of triumphant. Eleven's final choice is the emotional core of the ending. Throughout the series, her power was tied to anger, fear, and isolation. In earlier seasons, she survived by pushing people away and embracing violence as a solution. In the finale, she finally does the opposite. Instead of trying to dominate or destroy what remains of the Upside Down, she chooses restraint. This moment shows that Eleven's real growth isn't about becoming stronger. It's about knowing when not to use her power. One of the most overlooked details in the finale is how often the show mirrors moments from season 1. The framing of certain shots, the music cues, and even the silence echo the earliest episodes. This is intentional. The Duffer Brothers use these callbacks to remind us that the story has come full circle, but the characters are no longer children reacting to fear. They're older, scarred, and more aware of the cost of survival. The ending doesn't celebrate innocence, it acknowledges its loss. Max's arc plays a huge role in reinforcing this theme. Her survival isn't framed as a miracle or a reward. It's framed as something fragile. Trauma doesn't disappear just because the danger is gone, and the show is honest about that. Healing is shown as slow, uncertain, and deeply personal. This grounds the finale emotionally and prevents it from feeling like a fantasy escape. The final scenes in Hawkins are intentionally subdued. There's no grand speech, no massive celebration. Instead, we see characters simply existing in a changed world. Stranger Things isn't saying that evil is gone forever. It's saying that people can endure it and still move forward. The Upside Down may no longer be expanding, but its mark remains, just like real trauma does. So what does the ending really mean? It means that Stranger Things was never about defeating monsters. It was about growing up in a world that can be cruel, unfair, and terrifying, and choosing connection over isolation anyway. The cracks don't fully close because life doesn't neatly resolve itself. The story ends where healing begins, not where everything is perfect. In the end, Stranger Things leaves us with something rare for a genre show: acceptance. Not everything can be fixed. Not everything can be undone. But you can survive it together. And that, more than any monster or alternate dimension, is what the series was always about.